I tried to take it one game at a time. I ain't try to think about it too much, but it's always been my dream to play in the NFL, to make it there and just to know how close it was. I just tried to stay focused the whole year, and then at the end of the year, it didn't finish how we wanted it to, but after talking with my family and the coaches and everything, I just thought it was best that I entered the draft.
What's the plan for you? Where do you plan on training? Who do you plan on training with?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going home to train with my dad, Ramsey Performance Training, and then I'm just gonna train hard with him. He's got me prepared for everything since I've been a little kid. Got me prepared for college. I trust in him to do the same for the NFL, for the Combine Pro Day. I'll be ready.
What have you heard so far as draft, where you could possibly go?
I kind of try not to look at the mock drafts and things like that because you never know until your name is actually called. That can change through these months up into the draft. So I try not to look at it too much. But I've seen some, top 5, top 10.
How helpful is it the context that Coach Fisher and Florida State has in helping you make that decision?
Oh, not only that. But just the help they've been throughout my whole career here at Florida State, preparing me to be able to have a moment like this where I can decide whether I'm going to come back or go to the NFL. And then as far as coach having connections, being able to talk to scouts, being able to talk to guys who know the inside scoop, let me know that it was a good decision. I'm not making a bad decision.
What's your favorite memory of Florida State? I mean, it's probably a fairly easy question,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
what do you remember most?
Of course, the national championship. I mean, that's pretty easy. Everybody knows the championships, winning games, the streaks. Everybody knows that. Of course, the Miami game, probably my best game here. But really, just being part of someone to win the Heisman. Dalvin almost being a Heisman finalist. Roberto winning awards, Stewart, Cam, just being around so many great players here at Florida State all around, and not only great players, just great guys and great coaches as well.
Jalen Jimbo seems like a guy he's always been supportive of guys. If you can go, he wants you to go. Did you feel that way when dealing with him?
Yeah, definitely. When we actually hadn't had a conversation about it. He mentioned it a little bit before the bowl game, but nothing really. We were just trying to stay focused. We just mentioned it because we knew questions would come up. But after I talked to him a couple of days ago and we talked about it in his office, he was fine. He was very supportive of it. Let me know that anything I need, I can still have it. I'm always part of the Florida State family. He thought it was a good decision.
Does it mean something to you? A lot of guys in your position might get advice from people, whether it be a coach or a family member, who maybe they don't necessarily have your best interest at heart, but to know that he supports you in what he thinks you should do, even though the team obviously could use you going forward.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That means a lot. I mean, he didn't. We didn't sit in there and he didn't lie to me or anything. He didn't try to persuade me to come back or anything like that. He was very supportive, just like my family was.
Jalen, your release yesterday, I mean, you were very appreciative of the fans. What was this time like for you? Because it seemed like they're going to be a part of you as well.
Yeah,
They're going to be a
definitely.
part of us.
The fans of Florida State have just been overwhelming ever since I got here. Ever since I was a freshman, really ever since I was being recruited. Fan base started off a little lower level, and then being as a freshman, stepping into starting roles, they didn't really know who I was, but still supported me. Kind of jumped on the scene sophomore year, and then all the way into this year, and they're still being supporting me right now.
With the combine is obviously probably the first big piece of the puzzle of the draft. With your track and field background, do you think that helps you be prepared for that? Are you kind of excited of maybe some of the things that you're going to be able to do there?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely look forward to putting out a good combine performance. I'm gonna have to train well for it because I know everybody else is training well for it right now as well. But yeah, definitely being in track, knowing how to run fluently in the correct way, that's gonna definitely help. With long jumping, explosive, everything like that.
What do you say? What's the first thing you say to teams who are now looking and watching your every move? What do you want to say to those teams out there?
I just feel like I put it on tape. I have the resume of being the best defensive back in college football. For the past 3 years, I've put it all on tape. But that's something they're going to have to decide. I'll be grateful wherever I go. It's just a blessing, honestly, to be in this position and live out my dream.
For the last 15 years of your life or so, you've been taking the steps, whether it be Pee Wee, high school football, college football, to get to this point where
Mm-hmm.
you're going after your dream? Does it feel real? Like, now you're here. I mean, I know you still have work to do, but this is the next thing.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if it's really sunk in fully yet, because I'm still around Tallahassee right now. But I know it's definitely sunk in. Maybe to my mom and dad, my brother. They've sent me very inspirational texts. Just thanking God. That's all we can do is thank God for it, really.